Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared12 here bringing you another Minecraft modern vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the Bombardier CRJ200. The Bombardier CRJ200 is a regional jet designed and manufactured by Bombardier Aerospace between 1991 and 2006, the first of the Bombardier CRJ family. The Canadair Regional Jet, or CRJ program, derived from the Challenger 600 business jet, was launched in early 1989. The first CRJ100 prototype made its maiden flight on May 10, 1991. Canada's first jet airliner to enter commercial service was introduced by launch customer Lufthansa in 1992. The 50-seat aircraft is powered by two GE CF34 turbofans mounted on the rear fuselage. The CRJ200 has more efficient turbofan engines for lower fuel consumption, increased cruise altitude, and speed. During the late 1990s, it was stretched into the CRJ700 series. Production ended in 2006, but many remain in service. In 2020, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries purchased the entire CRJ line from Bombardier and will continue support for the aircraft. So yeah, the CRJ200 here is a pretty cool looking aircraft. Again, kind of adding to our lineup where we've been building some more regional type of airliners and stuff like that. Something a little bit different and a step away from our traditional military stuff. Obviously, you could still use these for military applications if you really wanted to. Have them as some kind of private jets and stuff like that on military bases, which are very common as they do use these type of jets to transport personnel around. But it's also kind of a good step away from military, just kind of gives you guys a little bit more of a different type of content. But before we go ahead and jump into this, I do want to go ahead and give a thanks to Fazzies for going ahead and commissioning this build. If you guys are interested in commissioning a build for yourself, definitely feel free to reach out to me through my email, garrett2x4@gmail.com, or through Discord. Either one of those will work just fine for reaching out to me, and we can go and discuss pricing and all that stuff. And it's a really good way to get your requests built in a quick amount of time because as you can imagine, I do get a lot of requests that come through, and yours just gets priority over those other requests. So definitely feel free to take advantage of that if you are interested. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here and take a look at the CRJ200. Now the version we have in front of us here is done up in the American Airlines color scheme, which was requested by Fazzies, and we do have this in the Canadian line still, since it is still a Canadian-based aircraft, just operated by American Airlines. So pretty cool stuff. It's your pretty traditional looking personal jet. I don't want to say personal jet, but regional airliner. Very small in size. Has the swept back wings and the engines mounted onto the sides of the fuselage. So pretty straightforward there. You have the front nose here, the cockpit, the loading door, and on the side here it would say American Airlines. Unfortunately, just with the scale, it's a little difficult to get that to work. So we just have it kind of done with some polished blackstone, and then we have the American Airlines logo that is right there. Then on the back here, we have again, two engines, as I mentioned before, your wings, and then we have the tail, which is done up again in the American Airlines color scheme. And honestly, I really love the way this livery came out with the tail. I think it looks super sweet and just, looks great. I'm very happy with it. And that is obviously on both sides there of the tail. And obviously we have the horizontal stabilizers that go across the top of the fin. Anyways, though, that is going to basically complete this little overview for the aircraft. Again, we're going to be building this in the American Airlines color scheme, so if you do want to change it at all, you're more than welcome to. But this aircraft, again, we're going to be doing it in this American Airlines scheme. With that, though, let's go ahead and dive into our tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we will be starting with layer 2. Now we're starting with layer 2 because it's going to give us a better basis to build off of rather than layer 1, which is kind of more sporadic things located on the bottom of the fuselage. So again, we're going to start with layer 1 for this build, layer number 2 for our first layer, and then we'll move down to layer 1 and build onto it after we have this layer complete. If you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means, I'm going to be building the entire center line of the aircraft on camera, and then the right side. It'll be up to you guys to take that right side and copy it over to the left side. This aircraft is symmetrical, so whatever we do on one side will be done to the other. There is zero things asymmetrical about it, so that makes things really easy for us. In the last final thing here is that we do have a landed and in-flight version available in this tutorial. So if you want to build this in flight, cool. If you want to build it landed, you also have that option. However, if you do want to build it landed, we will be adding a landing gear on at the end of the video as a modification. So you will want to make sure that you build this the correct height off the ground to go ahead and make sure you're not going to have any issues. Now, the correct height off the ground here is layer 2 here is going to sit basically 3 blocks up from the surface. So you have 1, 2, and it's this third level above the ground level. Obviously the ground here being our grass blocks, and we have the layer here, again, 2 blocks of space between the start of this layer. Very important to make sure that's correct, because if not, this aircraft will not sit properly when you go to add the landing gear on later. Anyways though, with that all out of the way, we can go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we want to do is we're going to be going ahead and placing down a long row of stone, and this is going to form the kind of center line here of our aircraft. And we're just going to go ahead and go all the way down this row, and it's going to be a total of 35 blocks in length. So quite a bit of a row there, but you're going to have that row of stone going all the way down. And of course, if you want to, you can go ahead and substitute the stone out for quartz and use quartz to make this kind of a unmarked aircraft, or if you want to do a different livery, you can also change all the stone material over to quartz. And obviously the back tail there, you would just use quartz instead of those concrete blocks. But anyways though, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and then go to our section where we want the front. So nose is going to be up here. We're going to place down 2 upside down pistons, then a stone top slab, and an iron trap door. An alternative to the pistons can be the use of a stone upside down stair and stone top slab. Instead, we will be using a tool called the debug stick, which we'll be talking about a little bit later, to modify the properties of the pistons, and that's only going to be available in Java. So again, the alternative here can be an upside down stair and a top slab for the shaping. On the back here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 more pistons like this going back. The alternative back here, I would recommend probably a stone full block and then a stone upside down stair instead of the pistons. And then we're going to place down 2 stone top slabs going back, and that's going to form your center line of the aircraft. Everything we do now on the right side of this center line is going to be copied over to the left side. We're going to go ahead and take our iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors like so, and then we're going to place down 2 stone top slabs. After those 2 stone top slabs, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 stone upside down stairs. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 stone full blocks. We then want to take our stone stairs. We're going to go ahead and go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 2 stone top slabs, and then an iron trapdoor to go ahead and finish it off. And that's going to be the side there of the fuselage. Then we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a light gray stained glass pane, and we're going to go ahead and go to the second stone block here on the side from the front, a second glass pane back from it, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and then take our pistons, place down 2 pistons back, then 2 stone slabs, and then after that, or sorry, rather 1 stone slab, and then we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors. Now, an alternative here to the pistons, I would probably recommend anywhere where you use pistons on the wings to go ahead and just substitute those out for some for those stone full blocks. And actually, real quick here, we're not going to have this right here just yet. We're actually going to delete the pistons and the slabs we just placed. My apologies. We're actually going to go ahead and swap that out for a row of stone. We're going to continue that row back, and again, this should be a total of 12 blocks going back from those glass panes, and then we're going to place down 2 more glass panes like this back. I got a little ahead of myself, so I do apologize, but that is how you want it right there. We're going to go ahead and then place down our 2 daylight detectors, our stone slab, and then we have our 2 pistons. Again, these pistons can be substituted for stone full blocks. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone full blocks toward the front. We're going to place down an item frame on this block here and a snowball to go ahead and create our lights there in the wing. We are going to go ahead and then place down a polished andesite full block here. And we're going to go back from it 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks, and then 2 pistons, and then a line 2 of stone slabs, and then a daylight detector. Again, turn to that night mode. Next row here is going to be a polished andesite block. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks, 2 pistons, and then we're going to place down 2 stone slabs, just like that back. After that, we want to go ahead and place down another polished andesite block here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks back, 2 pistons, and a stone slab here on the very end. And that's going to form kind of your first section here of the wing. Continuing on, we're going to place down a polished andesite block like this, and then 1, 2, 3 stone slabs. We're going to go ahead and, stone full blocks, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 upside down pistons. Again, we can use stone full blocks there, and then a stone top slab on the end. Next row here is going to be an upside down piston, like this. Again, you can use stone full blocks. I'd recommend on the leading edge, though, if you're using full blocks, to make sure you use polished andesite blocks here to keep that a little bit more consistent, that polished andesite leading edge. But again, that's only if you're doing the full blocks. Then we're going to go ahead and place down 4 more pistons back from this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to place down 2 stone top slabs. So 1, 2. Our next row here is going to go off this forward piston. We're going to place down another piston to the side of it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 back. So you have a total of 5, like that. And then we're going to place down 2 stone top slabs. 1, 2. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a piston. That's going to come off the side of this one. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3 back. So you have a total of 4. And we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 stone top slabs back from that. After that, we're going to place down a piston come off the side of this one upside down, and then a second one right behind it. And we want to go ahead and then place down a line of 1, 2, 3 of those stone top slabs. Next row out to the side is going to be 2 upside down pistons again coming off those 2, and again a row of stone top slabs back. That's going to be a row of 3. And then this time though, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor here on the end like that. After that is all done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some polished andesite top slabs. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 top slabs coming off this piston here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 1 top slab back like this. And then we're going to go ahead and go back again and place down 2 top slabs out to the side there. We're going to go ahead and then take our stone slabs. We're going to go ahead and go back 1 and just bring this all the way across and connect it up like so. And we'll fill the space in here in the middle there with stone top slabs to finish it off. Taking our iron trapdoors, we're going to go ahead and run this all the way along the side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And then we're going to go and stick 3 past the slabs. So 1, 2, 3. And we then want to place down our iron trapdoor right here. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to our outer iron trapdoor. We're going to place down 1 here and 1 out to the side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 over, just like that. And then lastly, we're just going to place down 2 iron trapdoors on the very back here, just like that, on the tip there. And once you have that done, looking at it from up above here, this is what we should have for the top-down view with this layer all complete. Again, you're going to take the right side, copy it over to the left side, and this is what it should look like for that top-down view. At this point in time, though, we'll be going ahead and now moving into the underbelly, which is going to be layer number 1. So with that, we'll move on to layer 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our layer 1, we're going to go ahead and diving down to the bottom of the aircraft here. We're going to start off by going ahead and going to the underneath. We're going to go to down our center line of stone blocks, and we're going to go to our 7th block back, and we're going to then place down a lever upside down. Now from that very first stone block, we're going to go and go all the way back here to underneath this midsection here of the fuselage. So this is going to be on your 18th block back. So again, you may want to count from that first piston up there. Our 18th block back, we're going to go and place down an iron trapdoor on the bottom of that block. We're going to then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 iron trapdoors. So you're going to have a total of 12 there. We're going to go to the side of the second from front one. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor, and then back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the side of this second one here, an iron trapdoor, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back just like that. So that is going to be done to both sides there, and that's just going to be again some shaping there for the bottom of the fuselage, or the bottom of the wings into the fuselage. Then after this last iron trapdoor, we're going to go ahead and count back to our stone block here. There should be 5 blocks back, or your second to last stone block before that those pistons there. We're going to place down a lever underneath that one as well, have that flicked backwards like that for some of the instruments on the bottom of the aircraft. However, though, that is going to wrap up everything we have for layer 1. Just make sure you transfer those iron trapdoors over to both sides. Really simple layer. Like I said, definitely easier to start with layer 2. But with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to start with, we're going to place down a stone block on top of this iron trapdoor, and then we're going to place down another stone block forward from it like that to go ahead and create your front here. From this second stone block, we're going to go ahead and build back a row of stone all the way down the center line here. This is going to go back a total of 42 blocks, filling in the inside here, and it's going to end on top of that last stone top slab from the previous layer. Just a quick little side note here is that you don't have to fill the inside in completely if you don't want to. If you do plan on doing an interior, for me, I'm not going to be doing an interior for this build, so I'm going to basically just fill this in entirely. Now, once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 white concrete blocks after the stone blocks, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 upside down pistons. Again, the pistons here can be substituted out for a white concrete block and then a smooth quartz top slab. And then we're going to place down 2 quartz top slabs and then an iron trapdoor like that to go ahead and round off our back there. After that is all done, we want to go ahead and then place down 2 skeleton skulls on the side of these 2 pistons, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a smooth quartz upside down stair here and a white concrete block going forward from that stair. We're going to go ahead and also place down a stone button on the side of this white concrete block. Now forward from this block, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. Let me go and just double check our count here, make sure everything is correct, and it is going to be 42 blocks in length along the side here. On the front, we're just going to go ahead and place down an andesite wall and a light gray stained glass pane to go ahead and round off our nose there. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass pane to the side of this stone block, the second one here from the front, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 glass panes back. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone upside down stair, 2 polished andesite upside down stairs, another stone upside down stair, a red nether brick stair, stone upside down stair, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 polished black stone stairs, another stone upside down stair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished black stone stairs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone stairs. We're going to go then place down a warped upside down stair, a red nether brick upside down stair, and then 1, 2, 3 polished black stone stairs, as well as a stone upside down stair like this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 light gray stained glass panes. Also, for the start of our engines, we're going to go ahead and build off of this last stone upside down stair here with 1 block, and then we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on the side of that block, and we're going to go ahead and then build 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors. And that is going to basically be the start of the bottom of our engines. So with that, that's it for our fuselage, and the last part of this layer is going to be covering the wings. So the wings here are going to be pretty straightforward stuff. We're just going to basically be building upon what we set up in the previous layer. To begin with, we're going to place down a row 3 of light gray carpet like that, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a second row 3 like this next to it, and then a third row, so it kind of staggers back. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 iron trapdoors and then a light gray carpet. Again, 2 iron trapdoors and a light gray carpet. We're going to go ahead and then place down a light gray carpet on the front here, and then 2 iron trapdoors back from that like that. And then we're going to place down another light gray carpet on the front here, and then this time 3 iron trapdoors back like so. Next, we're going to place down a light gray carpet again, and this is going to be another row of 3 of iron trapdoors back. And then we're going to place down another light gray carpet here, and then 3 iron trapdoors back as well, and a light gray carpet. So it's going to look like this here, and we can also take our light gray carpet and just place it on top of, or along the sides here of this, just to go ahead and kind of go with the flow there of the wing. So that's going to basically create what we have here for right now, and we're going to continue on to our edge of the wing. So for our next section here, we're going to place down a light gray carpet, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 iron trapdoors back, and another light gray carpet on the end here. Next section here, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor next to this one. This can be followed with 2 daylight detectors going back. Turn those to that night mode, so that light bluish gray, and then 2 iron trapdoors back from that. We're going to place down another iron trapdoor on the front there. This time 3 daylight detectors back, again turn to that night mode, and then 1 iron trapdoor here. We're going to place down another iron trapdoor on the front here. 2 daylight detectors back, turn those to night mode, and another iron trapdoor. Another iron trapdoor on the front. 2 daylight detectors back, again turn to that night mode, and then an iron trapdoor. And then another iron trapdoor on the front, a stone slab, and then a daylight detector, turn to that night mode, an iron trapdoor. Then a polished andesite slab, stone slab, and then a daylight detector, again night mode, and then a polished andesite slab, daylight detector, turn to night mode, polished andesite slab, stone slab, and a daylight detector, again, you probably guessed it, turn to that night mode. And after we have that done, we can go ahead and then take our andesite walls, and we're just going to go ahead and place down 2 andesite walls on top of those iron trap doors there, and that's going to complete the wing. So we're done with the wings, which is great. It's going to make everything go a little bit faster now for each layer, but this right here is what it should look like for the top-down view once you have both sides transferred over. So again, just take the time now, transfer the right side over to the left side. Everything is symmetrical and the same. And with that, I'll see you guys for layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a stone slab on the front here, and then we're going to place down a piston. This piston can be substituted for a stone stair that would be facing that direction like that. We're going to go then place down a row of stone full blocks, filling in the entire inside here, going all the way back, ending on top of this piston right here for a total of 45 blocks back from that forward piston. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 3 red concrete blocks on the back here, and that's going to round off the tail and finish that off for us. At this point in time, we're going to go ahead and take a red stained glass panes. We're going to place down 2 red stained glass panes on the side of these blocks here. We're going to place down a red nether brick wall, and then we want to place down 2 red concrete blocks going forward from that. We're going to go and then take our light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3. Light gray stained, or sorry, actually my bad. It's going to be a row of stone going forward. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone. And again, for the inside here, we're going to be filling in those windows. So we're just going to use some black concrete to close them off. So you just can't see into an open void of nothing. So we're going to place down a black concrete block. We're going to go ahead and do this alternating pattern all the way along the side here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of those black concrete blocks along the side there. We're going to go ahead and take our polished andesite, and we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or sorry, stone blocks, 5, 6, 7 blocks forward, and then a stone stair like this on the front, and a stone slab on both sides of that piston or the stair, whichever you have placed. We're going to go ahead and then place down a light gray stained glass pane to the side of this first stone block, and then 2 andesite walls back from it, followed by a stone full block, and then 2 polished andesite blocks, another stone full block, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a black stained glass block, then a blue concrete block, and black stained glass, and we're going to alternate this all the way down. So wherever we have our black concrete, we're going to go ahead and place down our glass. Wherever we have stone, we're just going to go ahead and place down stone. So it's going to go all the way down the side of the aircraft. Just like this. And it's going to take us back to this point here. So we have our last window there. We're going to go ahead and then take our stone blocks. We're going to build 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to place down 3 andesite walls. And then we're going to place down our 3 light gray stained glass panes. So just like that there for the fuselage. Then going to the sides here for our engines, we're going to place down a iron trapdoor here. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a polished andesite upside down stair to both sides of that iron trapdoor. So just like this on both sides there. We're going to go ahead and then take our stone stairs, and we're going to go ahead and build back 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to be 1 less, so it's going to be 3 back. And same thing over here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone top slab on the ends here, and then a stone block in the middle between those top slabs. And we're going to go ahead and just take our polished andesite and build 2 more polished andesite top slabs back, and then a iron trapdoor on the end there. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block here in this space, and then we want to go ahead and place down a black concrete block, and then an iron bar like that to go ahead and start to create our turbofan engines. The very last thing we need to do here is we're going to go to the tip of the wing here. We're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane on top of this wall here, and then a wall on top of that second wall. So really simple and straightforward there. And once we have that all done, that is going to wrap up everything we have here for this layer. Again, just make sure you transfer everything over properly. And here again is a aerial view of what that will look like from the top-down view with this layer complete. With that all done though, that's going to conclude everything we have for layer 4, and with that we'll be going ahead and diving into layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to start with, we're going to place down another brick stair on top of this second stone block, and then we're going to place down 2 black concrete back from that nether brick stair. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of stone. That's going to go all the way down the center line here of the aircraft for a total of 40 blocks. And then we're going to switch over to our white concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 white concrete, and then a white stained glass pane on the end here. To the sides of the white concrete, we're going to place down 2 white stained glass panes, 2 diorite walls, and then we're going to place down another white concrete block in this section here. We're We're going to go and take our stone. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39 forward. Then a black concrete block, so it should be in line right here. A black stained glass full block and a black stained glass pane next to that stair like that. To the sides, we're going to place down 2 black stained glass panes, and we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone stair, 2 polished andesite stairs, and then another row of stone stairs. It's going to go back quite a bit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29 stairs back. After that 29th stair, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 stone full blocks, or rather it's actually going to be 3 stone full blocks. So you have 3 stone full blocks, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 upside down stone stairs, and then a stone top slab on the end here. So it should look like that there in this section. Now for your engines, we're going to go ahead and continue to expand upon this by placing down a black concrete block on top of that iron bar, and then we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on the tip here, and then an iron bar to both sides of that black concrete, and then a row 3 of black concrete behind those iron bars. We're going to go then place down an iron trapdoor to both sides here, and we'll go ahead and use the command /give @p Minecraft :debug_stick. So this command here and press enter will give you this glowing stick. We're going to left click these iron trapdoors to get selected open false. We'll right click these to true, and it will set the trapdoors like that. And we're also going to do the same thing on the sides here of this trapdoor and this iron bar and this stone and this black concrete. And we're going to go ahead and take our debug stick and just right click those as well. So it's going to basically help us kind of create the siding here of the nacelles for the engines. If you are not on Java and don't have access to the debug stick, I'd recommend using birchwood trapdoors as an alternative. We're going to go and take our stone. We're going to go ahead and place down another row of stone, row 3 across, and again a iron trapdoor on the side here. And again, we'll close out for debug stick. We're going to go then place down another row of 3 of stone. Then we want to place down a polished andesite full block in the center here. And then a black concrete block. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor here. An iron trapdoor come off this side, which we're going to go ahead and again use our debug stick to close. And then we're going to place down a stone upside down stair in this spot right here. So it's going to look like that there. For the back of the engine, or actually rather, instead of the stone upside down stair, we're going to use a polished andesite upside down stair. And then also, we're going to go ahead and grab some stone brick walls, and we're going to go ahead and place down basically 2 stone brick walls here to the sides there to form the back of the engines there. And once that's all done, the very last thing for us to do is just to go ahead and go to our outer wing tips. And for this, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a iron trapdoor on top of this glass pane like this, and then using our debug stick to open it. Again, you can use a birchwood trapdoor as an alternative. And then we're just going to place down an andesite wall on top of this one to go ahead and finish off your little winglets on the side of the aircraft. Once you have that all done, again, you're going to take the same thing we did on the right side, flip it over to the left side, and this is what you should have for the top-down view once you have both sides complete. That right there is going to conclude everything for layer 5, and with that we'll be going ahead and hopping up to our next layer, which will be layer number 6. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to start with, we're going to place down a stone slab here on top of this black concrete block, and then a piston right behind it. This piston can be substituted for a stone stair like that. Behind this piston, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of stone that's going to go all the way down the center line here for a total of 33 blocks. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 more pistons, and pistons here again can be substituted for I would say a stone block and a stone slab would be good alternatives there. And then 2 stone slabs back from that piston. We're going to place down 2 stone blocks, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 5 red concrete blocks, and then a red nether brick wall. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a light gray carpet on top of this wall right here. And we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 daylight detectors and turn those to the night mode. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone slabs, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we'll go ahead and count these stairs right here just to make sure, and yep, 31 stairs in total. Now one thing to keep note of is on the left side here we do have 2 polished andesite stairs instead of the 2 stone stairs. That's going to be the only difference with this build, is that we have the 2 stone stairs on the right side, and then we have the polished andesite stairs on the left side. So just make sure you keep that in mind and you transfer that over properly. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone slabs and then a daylight detector here and turn that to the night mode. So it's going to look like that. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a polished andesite stair that's going to go right here, and then a iron trapdoor, and then another polished andesite stair here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a iron bar right here, and then we're going to place down a black concrete block behind that. To the sides, we're going to place down 2 stone stairs, and we're going to go ahead and then go back with a stone full block and a second one, and another stone stair on both sides, and then a stone slab to both sides, and then 2 polished andesite slabs going back. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor right here. Then we're going to go ahead and take our light gray carpet, and we're just going to go ahead and place it on top of these stone full blocks, and also on top of these walls and this polished andesite top slab there. So it's going to look like that there for the back. And once we have that all done right there, that is going to wrap up everything we have for layer number 6. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to layer number 7. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7 to start with, on this first stone block right here, we're going to place down a birchwood button. We're going to go and skip 2 spaces and then place down another birchwood button, then a lever directly behind it. We're going to go then skip 3 spaces and then another birchwood button. Then we're going to skip another space and place down a snow block. After that's done, we're going to go and skip a total of 7 spaces, and then on that 8th block, we're going to place down a lever. And then we're going to go ahead and go all the way to the back here of the aircraft, and we're going to go to this first stone block. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on top of that, then on top of the red concrete, and then we're going to place down a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these white concrete blocks. And we're going to place down stone buttons all on the side there of those quartz blocks. Then we're going to take our iron trapdoors and we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4 iron trapdoors on top of those blocks there. And that right there is going to wrap up everything we have for layer number 7. And with that, we'll probably be going ahead and moving into a good chunk of layers, getting our vertical stabilizer built and leading us into our horizontal stabilizers and our last layers. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next set of layers. Moving into our next set of layers here, we're going to be moving into layers 8 through 11. For these layers to start with, we're going to place down a blue stained glass pane here, blue concrete behind it, and then we want to place down 1, 2, 3 red concrete back, and then an acacia wood trapdoor on the end here. We're going to go ahead and then move up to we're going to place down a birchwood button also on both sides of the blue concrete. Moving up to our next layer up, we're going to place down 2 blue concrete. These are going to have birchwood buttons on both sides of those blocks, and then we're going to place down 2 white concrete back and 2 stone buttons on the sides there of those blocks and a white stained glass pane like that on the end there. After that, we're going to place down a blue stained glass pane here, blue concrete, and a birchwood button to both sides, and then 2 red concrete blocks back and a red nether brick wall. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 blue concrete up on top here, 2 birchwood buttons on the sides of those blocks, and we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 white concrete blocks back with stone buttons on the sides of those blocks. So it's going to look like that there for those layers, and that's going to create the American flag kind of tail design that the airplane supports. Anyways, though, that's going to wrap up everything we have for layers 8 through 11, and with that, we're probably just going to be moving into layers 12 and 13. Moving into our last final layers, we have layers 12 and 13. For these layers, they're going to be basically just solely focused on the top of this vertical stabilizer, and we're going to start with by going ahead and placing down a light gray stainless pane on top of this blue concrete block, followed by 3 stone blocks back, and then an iron trapdoor on the back here, which again we'll use our debug stick to close, or substitute this out for a birchwood trapdoor, whichever works for you. Then on top of the first 2 stone blocks, you're going to place down 2 daylight detectors, turn those to the night mode, and then an iron trapdoor directly behind it to go ahead and finish off that top. We're going to go then take our stone top slabs. We're going to build 1, 2 top slabs out to the side here, and then we're going to go and build 1, 2, 3, 4 out to the side directly behind that. We want to then take our iron trapdoors. We're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron trapdoors to the side. And then we're going to go to our 3rd iron trapdoor, go 1 back, and again we're going to do a row of 6, or actually sorry, it's going to be a row of, row in total of 5. So we have 1 already, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and then we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors on the last 2, like that. Now for the top up here, we're going to go and just place down some 2 light gray carpet here, 3 iron trapdoors, another light gray carpet, 2 light gray carpets, 2 iron trapdoors, and then 2 more light gray carpets. And again, we're going to take our light gray and just place it down on top of those iron trapdoors like that to finish off that vertical stabilizer, or the horizontal stabilizers. And with that, that's going to wrap up everything we have for layers 12 through 13. The very last thing I'm going to talk about is for my Java players. We went ahead and placed all these pistons throughout the aircraft, and we're going to be going ahead and taking our debug stick and going ahead and modifying those. What this means, we're going to go and go to the pistons. We're going to left click till we get selected extended false prompt. We'll right click this, set that to true, and what it does is it gets rid of that wood portion. And you'll see here once we take a step back that you actually start to get some really good shaping that comes out of it, and it just kind of helps create some little bit more natural flows, the most natural flows you can get in Minecraft. But we're going to be going ahead and just taking our debug stick to all of our pistons, and there are quite a bit on this aircraft, so just make sure you get them all. The ones on the nose, the ones on the back there, and mostly the ones on the wings. So just make sure you go ahead and get them all and have those all squared away and good to go. And once you have all the pistons basically debugged, you can go ahead and move on with the rest of the video. Basically at this point in time, we're going to be going ahead and now moving into the landing version. So if you do want to learn how to put the landing gear onto this aircraft, I'll be covering that next. Other than that though, that's going to wrap up the in-flight version of the build. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into the landing gear. So moving into the landing gear, we'll be going ahead and starting off with our front wheels. We're going to be going ahead and going to this section here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break this second piston right here, and then we're going to break the stone full block directly behind it. The stone blocks above this, we're going to go ahead and swap out for some smooth quartz, and we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor in this section, and then a stone brick wall in this one. Coming down from that stone brick wall, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and then a stone brick top slab on the bottom here, followed by a polished black stone brick stair to both sides. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a birchwood fence gate coming off this fence post like so. Open the fence gate toward the back of the aircraft, and toward the front, so toward that fence post, and then we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on the back here, and again use our debug stick there to close that, and again you can use birchwood trapdoors as an alternative. We also have this banner design, which is basically just a white banner. It's going to have a black border and a black horizontal line for the center. Really straightforward. I'm not going to cover it in the loom because it's pretty simple. This will just go on both sides of these polished black stone brick blocks. And then we just want to go ahead and make sure that we fix this piston right here by right-clicking it with our debug stick if you haven't already. So that is going to complete the front gear, and we're going to go ahead and now move on to the rear. And last but not least, we have the rear landing gear. And for this, we're going to go and just do the left side. For this, we're going to be going ahead and going to this row of daylight detectors. It's a row of 2. We're going to go and go to this first stone block in front of it, and we're going to place down a stone brick wall. We're going to go ahead and then place down a iron trapdoor here to the side, and then another iron trapdoor here, and we're going to go ahead and use our debug stick there and close it. Now just keep in mind though is that these pistons will revert back to their normal state, so you will have to go back with your debug stick and just fix them. So make sure you go ahead and do that if you have the pistons here that you are dealing with. After that though, we want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick top slab underneath this wall, and then a polished black stone brick stair to both sides, as well as our white this banner design that we use for the forward wheels. We also want to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull that's going to go on the back here like this, and we're also going to place down a lever that's going to go on top of this, and we can go ahead and flick this down like that. So that's going to be it for that there, and just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything and everything appears to be good to go. So really simple stuff. That's the left landing gear, and you're going to do the same exact design over here to the right side, and once you have both sides copied over, that is going to complete my tutorial here for the CRJ200 from Bombardier in the American Airlines livery. So hopefully with that, you guys do enjoy this tutorial. If you guys are using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for this build. This can be a thing from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear in your social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Again, a big thanks to Fazzies for going ahead and commissioning this build, and if you are interested in commissioning a build for yourself, definitely feel free to reach out to me via my email or through Discord, and I'd be happy to go ahead and get you set up with a commission. Other than that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.